yoga today. So let's start out with Supta Baddha Konasana. And if you have a strap, I'll show you how to do the strap first. But let me preempt that with, why don't you set your blocks up at the back of your mat? If you don't have blocks, you're just going to fold your blankets and make a stack about this high with some blankets or towels. Okay, and you want your blanket to be this length. So you want your head on the blanket. You don't want your bottom on the blanket, but the blanket will probably rest right here. So if you have a strap, I like to use the strap. What you'll do is you'll go ahead and do up your strap, which means you'll run it through both D-rings and then back through one, okay? And then just test it. Then you're going to slide the strap over and then place your feet into the strap, okay? You don't want the buckle on your strap. You don't want the buckle on your ankle. So bringing the strap in. Now the second part that's crucial here is that you want the strap on the fleshy part of the glutes, so that when you lie back, it pulls your bottom down and lengthens your low back. Okay? So, and also keep in mind, don't go too tight with the strap, because when you lie back, it's going to get tight. So down low, first block on the shoulder blades, second block under the head. If you have your blankets, it's just the same, but just make sure that your chin is pointed towards your chest. If your chin is pointed up to the ceiling, you need to lift or make your stack higher under your head. And now let's just come into the breath, breathing in and out of the nose. So tip of the tongue is behind the two front teeth. You're drawing air in through the nose and down the back of the throat. So breath by breath, just feel that mid-back relax. The chest is opening up. If you're feeling that your groins are releasing, go ahead and pull the strap tighter. So there should be no knee pain in this position. If you feel that, you can place something under your knees, or just don't pull your strap as tight. So try to relax the spot between the eyebrows. All right, so go ahead on your next inhalation. Just grab the edges of your mat, lifting up, under your strap, and release. Let's go ahead and remove your props, and let's come into Swastikasana or Sukhasana. So you're going to stack your ankles, your right ankle over your left ankle. We're going to lift nice and tall, and exhale, twist to the right. Go slow in that twist. We were in a pretty deep back bend. And then back to center. Let's, switch the crossing legs. Left leg on top, reaching up nice and tall. Exhale, twist to the left. And then inhale, coming back to center. We're going to release the tension from the neck and the shoulders. So lifting up nice and tall. Remember, if your knees are up high, you have options. You can place a block or a book or a blanket under your bum. So the idea here is that our knees are lower than our hips. Okay? And no knee pain. So lifting up nice and tall, extend up through the crown of the head. Belly is pulled in and up. And then exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And inhale, lift the head, coming over to the left. And then back to center, chin to chest. Keep pulling your shoulders back. Inhale, lift the head, exhale, drop it back. Inhale, lift the head, big circles to the right. And go ahead and reverse the direction of the head. And then back to center. Let's twist to the left, draw in the belly. See if you can twist a little deeper now. And then back to center, let's twist to the right. And then back to center. Now we're going to fold forward. So if folding forward cuts off the air, remember that you can have a chair in front of you and you can rest your forehead on your chair. So if you're practicing at home, making full utilization of your props. It's really nice to practice with the chair. And remember that by placing your forehead on something, it slows the mind down. That also releases a spot between the shoulder blades. So breathe into those inner thighs. Send your breath to your hips, recognizing if it's tight in the knees, it's because your hips won't let go. So really try to focus on softening in the hips so that you can get space in the knee. And then inhale, lifting up. Let's go ahead and switch the cross in the legs. I'm going to come forward. I'm going to move a little bit more organically to try to get into my mid back. So do whatever feels good to you. You may just want to come in for the hold. And then once you come in for the hold, Just remember that in forward bends, we're not collapsing the tongue on the roof of the mouth, just the tip of the tongue at the base or on the hard palate next to the two front teeth. Go ahead, inhale and lift. And we're going to turn towards the top of that. Let's come into our cat-cows. So bringing your knees under your hips. And your shoulders underneath your hands under your shoulders. On an inhale, lift the crown of your head and your tailbone up. Exhale, tucking around. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, tucking around. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, tucking around. And then coming into a neutral position, let's go ahead and drop our hips to the left. So we're making half moves with the hip. Really pushing the hip strongly to the left so you feel it on the outside of that hip. And then back to center, over to the right. And back to center. So we're going to come into downward facing dog for a minute. So sometimes that's quite a bit of a hold if you're new to yoga. So you have a couple of options here. So we're going to come, I'll show you from the side and then I'll show you from the front. So to take weight off of your shoulders, you could place two hands on a book and then push back. That takes some of the weight off the shoulders where it's not so taxing. Okay? I think you can see that. I don't need to turn. So just coming into the breath, breathing. We're going to hold this guy for a minute. Working on our immune system here, keeping the head lower than the heart. Rotate the heads and shoulders away from your ears. Remember to keep those index fingers, the index finger knuckle firmly pushing down. You're also drawing your heels down. You're lifting in the tummy, so the belly always comes into the spine and up. If you're tight in your hamstrings, you can go ahead and bend your knees and push back. But remember, the back is nice and straight, no humps. So if you're feeling like you're looking like you have a hump in your mid-back, I want you to bend your knees and push back. Nice deep breaths here. Is there tension in your neck? If there is, you may need to come up onto your blocks. But really relax the head. And now exhale, come down. We're coming down to the knees. We're coming into Balasana. So if you come into Balasana, big toes touch, knees separate, and you find that you have knee pain, you can place the block between your hips and your heels. So there's a couple of you that find child's pose pretty difficult. If you're one of those people, you can have your hands on your chair, okay? Same thing. So coming into Balasana, child's pose, release the forehead down. The arms can be out in front or they can be resting on the quads. Just no pressure on the back of the neck. So really learn to breathe in this position by expanding the rib cage on every inhale, on every exhale, drawing the belly in and up. All right, and then inhale, let's go ahead and lift. Excuse me. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Inhale, lift, push back, downward facing dog. Now let's just take a bunch of little steps to arrive in our hands. Okay, we're coming into Uttanasana, so you can reach for your elbows and hang. So quite frequently in this position, we hold our head up just a little bit. So don't hold your head up, really tuck your chin to your chest. You can shake your head yes or no, just to release the tension. Now keep lifting in the tummy and breathing. All right, and then exhale, inhale, lift halfway, shoulders back, float the arms back, and lift to standing. Let's go ahead and turn towards the top of your mat. Oops. You're gonna bring your hands together and squeeze your biceps to your ears, and then exhale over to the left. And then inhale, lifting back up, over to the right. Try to lift your chin up off your chest. Right shoulder forward, left hip back, legs firm. And then inhale back to the center. All right, we're going to come into Malasana, a squat. So if you have any issues, you possibly want to come into a horse stance. You take your feet wide and then stack your knees over your ankles, okay? That's one option. Full Malasana is coming into your squat and lifting your chest. If you need a little helping hand, you can use your block and push those knees open. Chest up as high as you can. And breathe. Just keep drawing that chest up. If you need to come out, just come out. So this practice is a pretty grounding practice. So we're holding some of these poses for a while, at least a minute, some of them. So keep lifting the chest. If you're in horse stance, you have some options here. You can really push into your legs, try to get into those hips, and then shift from side to side. All right, so if you're in Malasana, you're going to lift with your chest first and turn towards the top of your mat. Feet together. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale, dive forward. Release your head to your knees. Keep lifting in the tummy. Inhale, lift halfway, shoulders back. Exhale, plant your hands and step the left leg back. Squeeze that left glute, stack your right knee over the ankle, then come up with the arms. Okay, so I'm pretty tight in the shoulders today, so I'm going to come into goalpost arms to try to relax the pecs and the shoulders. If you're not tight in the shoulders, just extend the arms up. Sink into that right hip. And then release. Let's go ahead and straighten your front leg. Excuse me. And bow to your knee. Remember, your hands can be on your block or your chair. Okay, from here we're going to lift in the tummy, tuck your toes, and step it forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting for Ardha Uttanasana. Extend out through the crown of the head. Pull your shoulders back. And now let's release that left hand to your right ankle and sweep your right arm up. Nice deep breaths here. Remember, if you have something going on in your shoulder, right hand on the head. Okay, exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches up. Remember to square the hips off to the front edge of your mat. Don't allow that left hip to sneak back. Keep it even with the right hip. Check in with your neck. Are you cranking on your neck? If so, look down, lengthen, then possibly look up with a long neck. If your neck is still crinkled up, look down. No tension in the neck. Exhale and release. Good. Float the arms back. Strong core as you move to standing. Bringing the hands together. Exhale down through the heart. Inhale, swooping upward. And exhale, diving forward. Release your head to your knees. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, step your right leg back. Drop down to the knee. And sweep the arms up. You can be in goal post arms, that's fine. Check in with the neck. Is there tension in the neck? So try to release the tension from the neck. Bring your elbows forward if you can. And then exhale, plant your hands, straighten your front leg. So the toes can be all the way down or you can have them up. It's your choice. Just bow to your left knee. Keep pulling that left hip back and down. And then inhale, shifting forward. Hands on the mat or your chair or a block, but make sure that your knee is over your ankle. Any back pain, squeeze that right glute. All right, we're going to tuck the toes on the right foot and step it forward. Uttanasana. Allow yourself to hang here. Lengthen. Feel lengthen in the spine. And then sweep the arms back. Inhale, lift to standing. Bringing the feet together, arms up, drop your head back. And then exhale, down through the heart. All right, so we're going to come into Virabhadrasana 2, right into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So place your block or your book or your chair about 1 foot in front of your right foot. And we're going to step our left foot back, parallel your left foot to the back edge of your mat. Remember that your right foot intersects the arch of the left. Check for your big toe, bring the knee over. Big toes exposed there, and then reach out through the arms. We want to try to get a 90-degree angle here in the knee. However, if you feel tension on the front of the knee, that's your ACL, not really fully cooperating, so you may need to back out. So listen to your body. You still want to work the legs without hurting the knee. Shoulders down, lift the triceps, look over your front middle finger. So we're going to transition into half moon. So left hand on your hip, use your core, reach for your block, and lift your left leg. Okay, so your heels are in line with each other. You're going to lift the left leg, point the toes or flex the foot. Okay, you can keep your left hand on your hip or sweep the left arm up. Your choice. Expansiveness between the shoulder blades. Engage your left quad. Engage your right quad. You can look up at your hand if there's no tension in the neck. Okay, your release is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Use your core, go slowly. Okay, right back into Warrior 2. Scoop the tailbone under and breathe. All right, exhale, hands to your hips. Let's turn our feet to the long edge of the mat. Heels out, toes in. Strong tummy, lift the quadriceps. Exhale, come down. Have your left hand in the center of your stance or on your chair or your blocks. Okay, we're going to twist to the right. So, keep that right hip down. You can look up at your hand if there's no tension in the neck. See if you can lengthen further out to the crown of the head. How long can you make your neck? Lift the quads. And then exhale, right hand down. Twisting to the left. Reaching that left hand up. And then release. Now let's walk the hands out for a wide legged downward dog. Remember, you can have your forearms on a chair. It's really nice to practice with the chair. Deep breaths, keep pushing back. Make sure that you're lifting in the tailbone. Tailbone's coming up. Okay, engaging in the quads. All right, with the strong tummy, walk the hands in, flat back, and lift to standing. Good. Let's go ahead and step forward to the top of the mat. We're going to come into Virabhadrasana, tree pose. So you're going to balance on your left foot. Let me turn towards you. Balance on your left foot. You can have a toe down for a kickstand, or you can have your foot up at your calf. Okay, or you can have it at the inner thigh. So first things first, spread your toes, engage your muscles to your leg bone, lift in the pelvic floor, draw the foot up, try to rotate that knee out. This is a very grounding pose, so really try to connect. And then from the waist up, you're light and lifted. It's easier to balance if you focus on something that's not moving. That's eye level. The other option you have here is to hold onto the wall. No shame in holding onto the wall. We want to just try to get into this position. Then you can bring your hand up off the wall. Work that left ankle. Is your pelvic floor muscles, or are your pelvic floor muscles drawn up? Shoulders back and down. Belly in. Good. All right, and release. Shake out that left ankle. That's how we make the ankle stronger, is by standing on one foot. All right, let's turn back towards the top of the mat. We're coming into Virabhadrasana 2 on the other side. move your block over about 1 foot to the left side to prepare for Ardha Chandrasana. So right foot parallel to the back edge of your mat, left foot intersects the arch of the right foot. Come in as deep as you can to work the legs, but you shouldn't be feeling anything on the front of the knee. Reach up, lengthen in the neck, then look over that left middle finger. Alright, coming into Ardha Chandrasana, reaching for your block, lifting. Take a peek back at your right foot. Make sure your right foot is in line with your left foot. Really open up the hips. Try to get this right hip on top of the left hip. Then you can add the arm. Then possibly look up at your right hand. No tension in the neck. That back leg is super strong. It's not a noodle. Your release is warrior two. Step it back. Use your core. And settle into the position. Noticing if you're feeling it in the arch of your left foot. That's a good thing. That means you're really engaging the muscles in the leg and lifting the arch of the foot. And then exhale, hands to your waist, and step it forward. If you can go right into Vrikshasana, go right into Vrikshasana. So square off your, pull the muscles to the bone on the right leg, and then bring the left foot up. Okay, hands to the chest, strong right leg. Try to drag the knee out, shoulders back and down. Hang in there, work that right ankle. Pull in the belly. And then release. Good job. Go ahead and shake it out. And then turn towards the top of the mat. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, diving forward. Release your head to your knees. Lengthen the back of your neck. Keep lifting in the tummy. Alright, let's inhale, lift halfway, and step it back. Come all the way down to your pelvis. Let's work on opening up our pecs and the chest. So let's come into Shalabhasana. Let's see from the side. So the first one we're going to come into is forearms on your back. This will give you some indication of how tight your pecs are from all the burpee stuff we've been doing and handstand push-ups. So really squeeze the glutes. You're going to inhale and lift the chest and the legs. Breathe. Learn to breathe when it's uncomfortable. And exhale, release down. Good job. Bring your arms into goalpost arms. Let's turn the head to the left and just relax for a moment. And then back to center. Strong stomach. Inhale, lift the chest and lift the legs. Relax your neck. thumbs up, okay? I don't care if your ankles are together, your feet can be apart. You're going to inhale, lift your legs, lift your back, keep reaching up, legs are straight, chest is lifting. And then we're going to bring our arms to our chest and punch up and back, punch up, check in with your neck, back, up, and back. Good. All right, let's look to the left. Relax. Bring your arms next to your waist. All right, good job. Come back to center. We're going to extend our left hand out. We want to go 45 degrees from the top, so it's somewhere in between a 90-degree angle. But I want you to reach your left arm so far forward that you can almost get your armpit down. That's the first criteria. If you can achieve that, then you can roll onto your side. But if your armpit is way off the mat, don't bother rolling to your side. Nice deep breaths. And then back over. Let's do the other side. Right hand reaches out. Really get that armpit down and roll to the left. All right, then back to center. Let's turn towards the top of the mat. Seal pose. Walking the hands in, turning the hands out, the fingertips out. It's less aggressive the further the hands are away, more aggressive the closer they are. Squeeze the glute, or excuse me, relax the glutes. And release down. Go ahead and come down. Relax your face. You can turn your head to one side. Okay, inhale, lifting up. Let's come into a seated position. No, let's be on your pelvis, sorry. Be on your pelvis. Let's float our, let's see which is the easiest. Right forearm in. Bring your left heel to your bum. So remember, the knees aren't pointed out. They're directly behind your left hip. You're going to extend your left arm out and bring it back. The thumb stays up so that we can open this pec. Okay? So if you need more, your big thumb is at your toe, and you'll just roll the wrist. Ardha Vatsasana. Deep breath. Push into that right elbow. Drop the left rib cage. Push your toes back into your hands. And then release. Good job. All right. Left forearm slides in. Right heel to the bum. Reach back. So keep the thumb up so we can open up the chest. And release. Good job. All right, now we'll come up into a seated position. we're going to come into Dandasana. So legs out in front, lifting up nice and tall. Okay, legs are strong. You can have them bent. You can also prop your bottom up on something, a block or something. Draw the shoulders back and down. Okay, so we're going to root down through our sits bones. So keep your feet even. Don't let one hip slide back. Okay, so feet are even. Push down into the hips and then twist to the left. And back to center, re-anchoring and push down and twist to the right. Look over that right shoulder. No tension in the neck. And back to center. All right, let's bring our right heel in for Janu Sirsasana. So, excuse me. Hold on a second. So if you have knee pain, you can slide something under your knee or bring your foot out in front, okay? Otherwise, try to get it as close as you can. And actually, some of you are pretty flexible out there, so we might as well start working on the foot here. So you'll place your foot in as close as you can, coming onto those toes. So this is the foot stretch. This is the foot stretch, okay? It's challenging. You may have to stay here. You can't go forward, but you're getting into that foot. Deep breaths, otherwise you're here, okay? You can reach for the feet if you like. So it's not necessary that you reach for the feet, right? You can have your knees bent. And remember that you want to extend your chest forward. So deep breaths here, just a few more minutes on the foot stretch. And then back up. Good job. All right, let's bring that right foot forward. Left heel's coming in. Support your knee. Remember, you could have your chair here, okay? If you want to come into the Ashtanga position here, just toes come down, knee comes down. That's a lot in the foot. Exhale, come forward. Keep drawing in the belly. Okay, good job. And lift. Let's see where we're at. Ooh. All right, let's probably need to get into our hips a little bit. Let's come into Paschimottanasana. So coming forward, remember chest is pull, or your shoulders are pulling back, then you come forward. Okay, so not this, but straight back. Then you can straighten the legs. Okay, deep breaths. Okay, go ahead, inhale and lift. And yeah, let's do it on our back. So coming onto your back, you're going to cross your right leg over your left and pull the knees in. If you have a strap, you can place the strap behind your hamstrings and pull in. This is one option. You can also push maybe one foot into the wall or the couch. So deep breaths. If you do have a hold of your ankles, flex your feet and push that right hip down away from your ear. So if your chin is pointed up to the ceiling, you know you need something under your head. Remember, we always want length in the neck. If our our chin is pointed up, our neck is shortening in the back. And then release. All right, let's go ahead and extend that left leg. Bring your right knee in and bring it across. I like to use a block just because if you use a block, it signals this hip to relax, right? And then you can remove the block and your knee will come down. But if you try to force it from the beginning, your back is just going to tighten up on you, okay? Some of you don't need the block, that's okay. I do want you to bring your right hip over your left hip, so if your right shoulder is lifted off of the ground, you're going to need to place something underneath your shoulders so that your arm doesn't go to sleep. Then, if your neck permits, you're going to look to the right. Okay, strong tummy as you lift. Plant your feet, both feet, lift your hips and place them back down just to reset the hips. Now we're going to cross that left leg over the right. You can use your strap. Pull in the knees. You can grab behind your hamstrings. If you grab your ankle, I think that's the same leg, isn't it? No, it's not. All right, yeah, left leg over right. If you grab your ankle, flex your feet. Now push that left hip away from your ear. Relax your right shoulder. Tuck your chin towards your chest. On top of the left hip, possibly place something underneath your left shoulder. Excuse me. I'd like the palm of the left hand up, but if things are falling asleep, you may have to turn it down. And only look to the left if your neck permits. If you're forcing it, you need to look up. Okay? And then inhale, lift the left leg, plant your feet, lift your hips, place them back down, and draw your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. And then release both legs out for Shavasana. So if you do have your chair, it's really nice to place your legs up on the chair. Sort of allows the back to release. Okay? If you need to take Shavasana in a seated position, please do. But just relax the arms next to the waist. Palms up preferably, but if you need them down, it's okay. Relax those shoulders. In Shavasana, I like to lift my head and then tuck my chin to the chest just to lengthen the back of the neck. And then let everything go. Allow the breath to breathe as you normally would. Relax the spot between the eyebrows. least 5 minutes. So remember, you always have that option, but try not to go to sleep. You just want to keep your focus on your breath, the sound of your breath. All right, bringing your knees in. And you can exhale, go to your right hand side or your left. Rest your head on your arm. And then pressing into your hands, lifting into a seated position of your choice. So whatever's most comfortable for you. Roll the shoulders back. And then bring your hands to your heart. I wish you peace, happiness, and good health. Namaste. All right, enjoy the rest of your day.